one of my favorite videos to do every single Madden, like I do it in the end game basically, is the top 10 cards looking back of the entire year. So we look at primes, we look how long they lasted. Did they break the game? Did they force a patch? There are a couple cards on here that have forced patches and also have changed the entirety of the game. This is a fun list. I would say there has not been that many broken cards in Madden 25 compared to past years. Like, some of the cards were kind of hard for me to find. In past years, I would just snap them out like that, and I'd be like, these are obviously the top 10. This one was a little bit more difficult. I think it was a more balanced Madden, but we got some names for you here, man. Let's jump into number 10. And real quick, boys, if you want to know the best place to start winning more games where you can learn full offensive and defensive schemes that actually work, you should check out civil.gg and use my code CHEW for 30% off. You'll be joining over 2,000 active members who are winning more games, and over 98% of people who joined said they've won more games since joining. So if you want to start winning more games, make sure you click that link in the top of the description and use code CHEW for 30% off. And now, let's get back to the video. For 10, I'm actually going with Zero Chill Josh Allen, and I know during the time when he did come out, there was a lot of arguments with people going with him or also RG3. I do think RG3 was a little bit more popular because he was cheaper at the time, but I do think if you watched a lot of the tournament, it's not even I do, if you watched a little bit more of the tournaments and competitive play during the time, most players were using Josh Allen, and I also think most people evolved into Josh Allen, especially when he got Redux too, because this card lasted a long time in the game. Josh Allen's release is a top 3 release in the game. It was hands down better than RG3's, and also he got very good abilities at the time, very good speed at the time too. This was a Josh Allen year. I don't remember the exact stat, because you guys got to remember Zero Chill had an extra bucket, and then they raised all the AP on all these guys. But I remember at the time, he was the top quarterback, and everyone basically used him. Literally everybody. This was the card. I think it was him or RG3. I think you could definitely substitute those two in, because they were such high-end cards, and definitely at the top of the totem pole of the best cards in the game at the time. But I think I'm leaning Josh Allen here. Number 9, only the real OGs of the people that played the first 2 weeks of the game will know. This will also partake later in the video too. I'll say Hines Ward is a big part of it as well. There was a broken spin before. You guys all know the fat guy spin, the big guy spin of Madden 25. There was a broken spin before that got patched. Hines Ward did have that spin. I don't remember what the exact requirements were because they were so long ago, but there were only like a couple cards in the game that had it. And Hines Ward was a card that you can get on day 1 up to an 85 overall. Remember, 85 overall on day 1 is huge. They used to let us upgrade our season cards immediately. Everybody in the world had him, and he also got every theme team too. Theme teams were really easy to build this year, so you saw him on every team. And also, like I said, he had that broken spin, which is even better than the end game spin you're seeing right now. This was a card that was free. You played against every game. He was amazing. He was also a guy that, like, kick returns were broken at the beginning of the year because everybody had bad teams on defense for, you know, special teams returns. This dude literally housed, like, a kick return every single game as well. The real ones will know about this card, trust me. Number 8, I don't usually like going, like, super endgamey. I think once we start getting golden tickets and, like, broken cards, that's when I start not counting those cards on the list. Like, you're not going to see a golden ticket on this list, right? But I do think Derrick Henry was right there right before we started getting super endgame cards, and I feel like I have to include him on this list. He was broken. This card stacked when you had the Wrecking Ball, and also all the way over here, you had to pay 2 AP for it, and then you also had to pay for the evasive. It was 3 AP to make him very good because he had the spin as well. He was broken. Literally, this card you cannot tackle. So if you guys do not know right now, in the end game, we are playing the end game right now, and the run is the best thing in the game because reinforcements and also like the run stopper ability are nowhere near as good as they were last year. And also, Tackle Supreme and Secure Tacklers suck this year. We barely had any of those to help against this card, so he was just destroying everybody. He also made the game super run heavy at the time, although we started getting avalanches, then he became a little bit of a fall-off, but he was the top guy in the game for a while there, and it was miserable to play against this card. He is definitely a top 10 card of the year. Number 7, our first defender of the list, Mr. Patrick Peterson. This card, if you guys do not remember, boosted everybody on your team's speed. And he was a set card. Everybody in the world had him. I think this was a card that, quite literally, if you had the smallest sliver of any Madden knowledge, you knew to have this card in your team. He was very affordable, and he was the best card in the game for at least a month there, and the most valuable card. He boosted everyone's... He basically gave you a half of a theme team, which is insane. 25 theme team free on a card. He also boosted himself, so you had a free 90... My LB is broken. I have to buy a new one. That's why you see me going the long way. It's kind of annoying, but I'll fix it for the next time. But Patrick Peterson was 99 base speed himself. He also did end up, I believe, this card is the one that had the X Factor. No, he got everything for 0, though. You were able to build everything for 0, like the deep out, mid zone. He was a little bit before the X Factors, but this card was broken. By far one of the best cards of the game, and he lasted so long. Even when we started getting 98, 99s, people were using him. Number 6, this one is a hard one for me to rank because the problem is this card didn't last long, and there was a, I don't want to say a glitch, but it was kind of like the zero chill ability where it went away after a while, so this card only had a small peak. I don't remember how long it was because it was only during the Super Bowl promo, so I think it was 2 weeks. It might have been 3 weeks. I'm not 100% sure. But if you guys do not remember, I also made a video on this card because he broke the game. He made, let me just tell you guys this right now. This is 95 overall. He made 2 cards that were 90 and 91 overall shoot up almost 500K at the time. And they were non-existent. Nobody could buy them. Like, if you got them for 500K, that was luck. And that was their max price as well. Let me tell you guys why he was broken. All these X Factors started on, and you were able to turn on Selfless. If you guys do not know what Selfless is, it turns everybody's X Factor on. And then there was these Unstoppable cards. So Unstoppable TJ Watt and Unstoppable Trey Hendrickson, once their X Factors were on, they never went off. And during this time of the year, we didn't have, like, you know, unstoppable force in the D-line. We didn't have this ability on the D-line right here consistently on people. So he turned on TJ Watt. Well, no, we did have it, but theirs were free. That's why it was so good, because it was like 0 AP compared to, like, I think, who was it? DeMarcus Ware, his AP was way higher. So basically, you got free X Factors on your D-line, like endgame cards. Like that Trey Hendrickson that was a 90 overall and that TJ Watt, everybody had and they went up. And that, I'm telling you, this card was good by himself. Like he was a top 10 card without this ability. But when he added this and then everybody found out about it and it shot the prices up and broke the game, he became like a must-have for a little bit there at time. Number 5, if you guys remember when this card came out, he was a player of the month card, so he was very expensive. Oh, well, he was like 2 mil. And I'm going to be honest with you, he was the best card in the game by far when he came out. I remember, you guys know I do my top 10 must-have cards list. He was the number 1 spot for a long time. Like, he sat there for a long time. And then even when he lost his number 1 spot, he still stayed in the top 10 until we started getting insane corners in the game. If you guys do not remember, he did get mid-zone for 1, which was huge, and also pick artist. You guys got to realize, you're watching this as endgame right now. You're watching this as an endgame. He was broken at the time of dropping because everybody in the game, I believe, were 92 overalls, 91 and 92 for like LTDs. He was way higher than everybody. It might have been 92 and 93. He was way better. His abilities were way ahead of everybody, and he was an absolute must-have corner. Obviously, this looks really bad compared to what you see now, but at the time, trust me, I'm not going to lie to you guys, he was by far the best. He had the best stack in the game, easily. Number 4, I think this is the closest on these lists that I've ever went to the end game, and I don't even know if I want to include him here, but he also did completely shift the meta of Madden forever, like this entire year. Yes, we did have fat running backs before. We had William Perry. I can't remember who else we had. We had a bunch of fat running backs, but we never had like a spin cycle fat running back, and it didn't become popular until T'Vondre Sweat. Now, when you play Madden 25, it's all you see. Everybody has fat guys. Everybody knows that's the best cards. That's why all golden tickets are fat, because everybody knows it's the best. He was the first card that made us figure out that you need to be either 6'4" and above or 247 pounds and above. He was broken. Absolutely broken. He didn't even have an X Factor. He also did come out a week before Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry came out the second week, so T'Vondre Sweat did get to dominate for that first week. But I have him here because he completely shifted the entire focus of the game. He did have 0 AP tank, and then also, like I said, well, it was built on right there. And then he had the spin cycle, too, for 0 AP. He was insane. He was by far the best running back there for a while. Even I liked him over Derrick Henry personally at the time. I think they were both broken, and you saw people running the ball so much more ever at this time of the year than ever. So I think I had to include them both on this list, but T'Vondre is a monster. Completely shifted the entire year of Madden 25. Number 3. I mean, this is a card that I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you play during the year, you know Cooper DeJean was one of the best corners the entire year. This guy has had elite cards. Even his team of the year was one of the better corners. This card was the best card. It's kind of like how I've mentioned with Patrick. That's the thing that's kind of been crazy this year. Patrick Peterson was like the best card in the game for a little bit. And then we had Carlton Davis and Cooper DeJean. The corners dominated compared to like safeties or like users compared to like past Maddens at least. Which is kind of cool, honestly. Cooper DeJean, he was a rookie and they loved him, dude. He had top end speed. But the reason why he was so good, also, he did hit his Super Bowl buckets, right? I think that's the reason why. He hit his game day bucket, yeah. That's the reason why he became so good. So if you guys do not remember, there was requirements. They unlocked extra abilities if they did end up, or they lost, I think it was like minus AP on their abilities. I can't remember what it was. If they ended up meeting their game stat requirements in the Super Bowl, which he ended up doing, I think it was an interception. So at the time, I think it's his first bucket. Yeah. Look at this. During the time, boys, he also did get Avalanche, which nobody really used at the time, but you did get Deep Zone right there for 1 AP. And then on top of that, there was a Mid Zone. I can't remember how it worked. Yeah, Mid Zone for 1 AP right there as well. At the time, you guys got to remember, it was completely different. You had Pick Artist for 0, Mid Zone for 1, and Deep Zone for 1. He basically got everything you needed as an outside corner for 2 AP, which at the time was by far the best. And he sat there at the top, especially after that big buff. And everybody used him. Literally everybody. He was an LTD, so he was a little bit more rare, but he was the best card in the game at the time. Number 2, we have this prime. This was when Madden was absolutely in its prime during the time. If you guys do not know how broken the spin was, please go watch the old CJ2K video or even the old Heinz Award video. He completely, I've never seen Madden patch like an what is it called? An animation that fast. Like it literally lasted a week and they patched it. It was, think about the fat guy spin and add like 5 more yards of like width. That's how far it got. The spin was literally so far across the field. You were able to spam it. You can run literally to the sideline, spin backwards, and turn the entire... I'm not going to lie. It was the most fun thing ever. Was it realistic? No. But is fat guys spinning realistic? No. It was fun. I think it was more fun to have the small guys spin than the fat guys spin, to be honest. But this was completely broken. It kind of felt like the college football Quinshon Judkins spin, if you will. But... this card forced a patch in the game. Forcing patches in the game equals broken cards. And that's just strictly how it's going to go here. This card was too good. Number 1, I'm going with Bo Nix. Bo Nix really is like this year's Bo Jackson of last year. If you guys remember during this time, this is the only card you played for 2 months. It was you saw some also Dante Poe out of position quarterbacks because that card was also elite during the time as well. Bo Nix, I think I literally played him every game. I ended up switching from him because I got so bored of the card. I've never seen a card dominate that long. Like last year, even that Bo Jackson like was the quarterback 1 for like a month, which is a long time. This dude was quarterback 1 for literally 2 months. It was like the most miserable, and also I just did, not because I have anything against Bo Nix. I like using new cards. But this guy dominated for so long. He was fast. He also has a very underrated release. Shedeur Sanders has his release in the game too, and I really do like it. But if you guys do not remember, he had the Super Bowl or the Combine X Factor, so everybody either used Momentum Shift to turn off the other people's X Factors, or they used Running Gun. I used Running Gun. It turned on and off, which was OP. So you had a Running Gun in Truz when we were at 96 overalls. We were at 96 overalls, and then you can go ahead and get your Gunslinger for 0-2. He was broken. 2 X Factors so early on in the year. He was easily card 1 this year. He dominated for so long and was on everybody's team. Literally everyone's. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. Make sure to comment down below how many guys off this list did you guys end up using. I think if you were a diehard Madden guy, you probably used 10 out of 10 on this list. But let me know how you guys feel about it. Which card did I miss? I may have forgot some. I did a lot of research. I talked to a lot of people, and I think I did my best on it. I might be missing a card or 2. I'm not perfect, but I did my best. Let me know what you guys would switch, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, boys.